We are on the air. I don't need that up. Greetings, everyone. Wherever you are, whenever you are, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Orioles will begin a 7-game road trip, starting with a 3-game series in St. Louis at Busch Stadium. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal Steve here, a.k.a. the Bird Watcher, or BW for short. So happy to have you back, everybody, fellow bird watchers. Welcome on in. And also let me say a big hello to anybody that might be new to my channel. You're not alone. This channel is relatively new. I began it just in time for the start of this 2024 season, and I've been providing play-by-play and commentary for every Orioles game since day one. We are up to what game? What is this now? What are we up to? Number 45. Game number 45 today. So, yeah, the idea is I wanted to create a channel on YouTube that is devoted to covering Baltimore Orioles baseball during the game, providing a place for other Oriole fans who are scattered all over the world. Trust me, folks, I live halfway around the world from Baltimore. There's a lot of people out there like me, and some people just don't have the ability to watch the game on TV or hear it on the radio. Well, I can help you follow along right here. I'll do the play-by-play, and I'll have some graphics up here on the screen for you so you can follow along with all the action right here. And again, we've got the Charm City Chat, a place where if you're interested, if you want to interact, you can do it. It's a great chat, and I think you'll find yourself well at home. There's a few things I want to go over. My mind's a little bit scattered at the moment. I'll be sure to say hey to everybody in chat here in just a sec. I've got some interesting stats I wanted to talk about, but first, we'll go over the starting pitching matchups and lineups for tonight's ball game. Again, the opener against the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals with a record of 20-26. They got off to a pretty bad start, but they have won 2 out of 3 in their previous 2 series. That was after a run where they lost about 9 out of 10. So the Cardinals have been playing better recently, but overall, it's been pretty disappointing. However, tonight's starting pitcher, Sonny Gray, their big free agent acquisition in the offseason, coming over from the Twins, a guy that was on my radar when we're looking at a pitcher to bring in before we traded for Corbin Burns. This guy put up some really solid numbers, but, you know, he's not young, and he's not as flashy as some other guys out there, but he gets the job done, and so far he's been doing it for this Cardinal team. They got a losing record, but he's 5-2, ERA of 3.05, and a healthy whip of $1.06. 53 strikeouts in 41 innings to just 8 walks. So very solid numbers for Sonny Gray. Dean Kramer will be on the mound for us. He has a 3-3 record at the moment, a 3.72 ERA, which, man, when you look at that whip, just 1.02. He's averaging just 1 base runner per inning. Very, very solid. However, that home run ball, that's the big thing that bites him. He's given up 9 already this season. Otherwise, some pretty solid numbers across the board. For your starting lineups, your Baltimore Orioles look like this. Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play short. Adley Rutschman will catch and bat second. Ryan O'Hearn is at first base. He'll hit third. Jordan Westburg, how about this? Your cleanup hitter tonight. He'll play third base. Anthony Santander moves down to the 5 spot. He'll DH. He's still, again, not fully fit, not playing the field. Colton Cowser will hit 6th and play right. Austin Hayes back in left field, batting 8th. Cedric Mullins, who had a big 2-hit game for him yesterday, he'll be in the 8th spot. And finally, Jorge Mateo will bat 9th. For the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan will lead off and play left. Lars Nootbaar in right field hitting second. Paul Goldschmidt, veteran first baseman, hitting third. Nolan Arenado, another veteran. This guy's been to probably double-digit All-Star games, double-digit Gold Gloves. Nolan Arenado, he'll be the cleanup hitter. Burleson. Got to be honest, not sure on the first name. He'll be DHing, though. Solid numbers, 292, 5 homers, 17 RBI. Anybody got a first name on that guy? Ivan Herrera, the catcher, will bat 6. Nolan Gorman will be the number 7 hitter at second base. Mason Wynn, who's been off to a really nice start. A nice little story on the offensive side for the Cardinals. Hitting low in the order, but a nice 281 average. And playing pretty well at short, 7 steals. And Ciani is your number 9 hitter playing center field. All right, I need to run on over here, get this game up and running, make sure there aren't any issues. And folks, if you're following along with a bird watcher for the first time, if it's a new experience, unfortunately, it's an announcement that's probably better served for later on in the game because that's when newer people tend to show up. You regulars come in here nice and early. But just as a reminder, if you're following along with the television on, your best bet is to have your remote in your hand, and as soon as the first out you see happens on your screen, hit pause, and then allow me to catch up, announce that same out, and then you'll be all synced up for the rest of the night. Otherwise, it's not going to be very well synced up for you. All right, the game is up. Better turn the volume down a bit. That might be bleeding into the mic. Right, the Orioles, by the way, a record of 29-15. They came off what was a 9-game homestand, but one of them got rained out. Won 2 out of 3 against the Diamondbacks. Took 2 out of 3 against the Mariners, and we split against Toronto. So that gave us a record of 5-3 on the homestand. It's not too shabby. Unfortunately, the Yankees during that stretch have been pretty much unbeatable. Hopefully things will start turning around this week, though, in terms of who's going to be on top in the AL East. The Orioles are going to be on the road, but a solid road record of 12-5. And the two teams are playing, both with losing records, particularly the next team, the White Sox. They are very, very not good. Your boy would like to see, at minimum, a 5-2 record on this road trip. I know that sounds a little greedy. 4-3 would still be a winning record on a road trip, and anytime you can have a winning record on a road trip, that's considered good no matter what kind of team you are. But considering the opposition, I'd really like to see us get to 5-2, maybe take 2 out of 3 here and 3 out of 4 against Chicago. The White Sox got pounded again today by the Blue Jays. So there you go. White Sox getting pounded by AL East teams. Hopefully we'll be the next one. Yeah, tonight is going to be the toughest matchup. Obviously, Sonny Gray on the mound. It's going to be tough. But the Orioles did something during the Seattle series that gives your boy a lot of hope. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway from the Seattle series is that we got to 2 very, very good starting pitchers early. Miller and Kirby. And folks, that's something that that's the kind of thing that makes the difference when you get to the playoffs. We need to prove that our bats will work against some of the top pitchers in the league, because that's all you're going to see in the playoffs, folks, are top-level pitchers. All right, we're about to get underway, folks. Gunnar Henderson steps out of the dugout with a bat in hand. The Orioles in their road grays. He's in the batter's box now, taking some warm-up swings. All attention is on him. This is the Cardinals broadcast, it appears. They're very interested in our player, Gunnar Henderson. Right, the chat. How's everybody doing? Isaac Angel, happy birthday, B-Dog. Oh, that's right. Folks, it's true. Where I'm sitting, I am 47 years old. But the guy that you're watching, oh, wait a minute, I'm not even on the screen, am I? No one's going to tell me. There I am. Hey, look at that. Your boy got a haircut too, right? Just in time. Just in time. Sharpen up a little bit on the old birthday. But folks, I'm 47 sitting here in this chair. The person you're watching on your screen right now is still 46. Okay? I was born on the East Coast of the United States. I am 46. where you sit. So unless you're going to allow me to have 2 birthdays, which I can take it, let's have 2 birthdays. All right, say all your happy birthdays and thank you so much. But tomorrow I want more. Because that's the American birthday. One of the perks of living overseas. I get to have 2 birthdays. Who do we got here? Can I get everybody in here before first pitch? Bird fan, Card Crazed, Matt, Daniel, Janet, Christina. Folks, Janet, Christina, Card Crazed, they're mods on the channel here, and they will help keep Charm City nice and charming. Take care of them, and they'll take care of you. Josh, how you doing? Chris, good to have you back. Baxter's back as well. Good to see some familiar faces. Kelstar, Narniak, Isaac, Charles, good to see you, buddy. Chilo. And, yeah, I think we're all caught up. Okay, folks, we're about to get started. Sonny Gray against Gunnar Henderson to lead things off. As far as things go on the injury report, nothing of note, really, for either side. Steven Matz had been in the Cardinal rotation at the start of the season. He's on the 15-day DL. Otherwise, a lot of these guys really haven't seen much action this season. Tyler Wells is still going to be out for some time, and the rest of the guys for us really aren't up at the big club. So here we go. Killing time till first pitch, and there it is. Sonny Gray's first pitch is up and away for ball 1. We are underway, folks. Gunnar Henderson steps in with an average of 270, 15 homers, 31 driven in. I believe he's tied for the league lead in homers at the moment. And I believe I saw a stat that said he's on pace to hit 55. This one's up and away. 2 balls and no strikes on Gunnar. We got another leadoff homer in us, Gunnar. I tell you, one more of those, and we might need to bat you second or third. Well, I'd like to get a runner on base when you keep doing this. 3-0 the count. Sonny Gray falling behind a dangerous hitter to begin the ball game. Oh, I love a good 3-0 count. Next pitch is inside ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. What's going on here? Sonny, look, folks, I love to be proven wrong when it works in our favor. Sonny Gray, control and command, that's part of his game. Well, 4-pitch walk to start the ball game. Here comes Adley Rutschman now. Stepping in with an average of 309, hitting from the left side, takes a first pitch strike. On a breaking ball in the outside part of the plate. The Cardinals are good at turning double plays. They're 3rd best in baseball. They've turned over 40 double plays so far. Check on the runner. And Henderson's back in. Just stealing some stats that they flash up on the screen here. Trust me, I don't have stats like that just memorized. Your boy likes to steal a little bit. 0-1 pitch to Rutschman's hit on the ground to second. There's a flip to second for 1. Over to first in time. Rutschman grounds into a double play. Rally killer. Just like that, 2 down, nobody on. Well, Sonny Gray, you're right back to being a dominant pitcher again. Bases empty, 2 down. That was a heck of a relay throw there from Mason Wynn. Yeah, he's got a strong arm. Oh, please. Here's a curveball, a called strike to Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn batting .288. 6 homers, 15 driven in. And the pitch is popped up. Left field. This should do it. Caught out there by Brendan Donovan to end the inning. The Orioles get a runner on via the walk, but he's eliminated by a double play, so the Orioles send 3 batters up, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Cardinals coming to bat. Yeah, folks, just a little something I wanted to show you. And I already had this queued up, so Adley hitting into that double play wasn't a reason for me to go over and show you this. But, folks, just to get an idea of how the Oriole batters are doing against right-handed pitching this season, I think it's an important thing to talk about because we're facing nothing but right-handers in this series, 3 of the 4 against the White Sox. And unless the Red Sox rotation has changed since we faced them last month, all 5 of their starters, last month anyway, all right-handed. So we're going to be seeing a whole lot of right-handed pitching. And you're wondering, well, how do our individual players do? Some things might surprise you. For instance, how would you feel knowing that Cedric Mullins has a better OPS, that's on base plus slugging percentage? That's pretty much the ultimate measure of how much of a caliber of a hitter you are. Mullins has a higher OPS than Adley Rutschman. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. How about this? Jordan Westberg. This is why he needs to be hitting higher up in the order. Even though he's right-handed, against right-handed pitching, folks, .313, a .361 on base percentage, and an OPS of .896. That's fantastic. Now, who's the best guy against righties, you ask? It's the milkman. This guy hitting .291, on base percentage just a hair under 400, and an OPS of .945. Meanwhile, guys like Anthony Santander, against righties, maybe hitting 5th or lower in the lineup makes sense. His numbers aren't too hot. They're not crazy better against lefties. I mean, his average has been down. But, yeah, just to give you an idea, folks, of what's going on. We are about to get started. Bottom of the first, Dean Kramer, first pitch to Donovan. Base hit into right field. My goodness. Donovan wasting no time. The Cardinals have a base runner right out of the gate. What is the score? Nothing. The game just started. Well, if they're going to pitch around Gunnar to lead off an inning, then go ahead and do it. I think that's a recipe for disaster at some point. I mean, it'd be one thing if you walked Gunnar to get to a bad hitter. But here's a first pitch strike to Lars Nootbaar at the bottom of the zone from Kramer. Nootbaar batting .218, 5 homers, 17 RBI. Pitch at the bottom of the zone, called strike 2. Ozuna just hit number 14 a few minutes ago, huh? We've got quite the race on our hands here in the early doors. 0-2 pitch to Nootbaar is fouled away. Just getting started here, folks. Bottom of the first, no score. The Cardinals have a runner at first and nobody out. Nootbaar's been hot. 4 games, 6 for his last 16. Pitch is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the Orioles defensively, Hayes in left, Mullins in center, Cowser in right. O'Hearn's at first base, Mateo at second, Gunnar at short, Westy at third, and Adley behind the plate. 1-2 pitch is high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 is outside. Full count. Hey, Cam. Seventh pitch of the at-bat to Nootbaar. And this one's tagged deep down the right field corner, but luckily it's going to hook foul. Ooh, Nootbaar hit that ball hard, but out in front. Still 3-2. Here comes another payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Kramer giving up a hit and a walk to start the ball game. And here come a couple of veteran sluggers, Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado. Arenado's been okay, 276, but Goldschmidt just hitting 214 on the season. Some folks have surmised that perhaps he's in some serious decline at the moment. But he's put up quite the career. Professional hitter. First pitch is a breaking ball that clips the inside corner for a strike. 214 average for Goldie with 4 homers, 16 RBI. OPS barely at 600. That's about 250 points lower than he's used to. This is a breaking ball left out over the middle of the plate, but Goldie only able to pop it up. A high pop up to left field. Hayes makes the catch. And that is an example of the 2024 version of Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, he got a pitch to hit. He got the angle on it right, but just couldn't barrel it up. And instead, sort of wastes an out here with 2 on, nobody out. Both runners stay put. 1 away now for Arenado. First pitch is lifted right. Going back on it is Cowser, and he'll make the catch just in front of the track. That's deep enough for Donovan to tag at second and move up to third base. But there are 2 down now with runners at the corner. Kramer with an opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed. It's always good to avoid scathing. All right, Dino. Here comes Burleson. I want to say, Alec Burleson. Solid numbers, 292 average, 5 homers, 17 driven in, left-handed hitter. First pitch is way up and away for ball 1. 2 down, runners at the corners. Here in the bottom of the first, no score. First game here in St. Louis. And a best of 3. Fouled at the plate, 1-1. I think Cameron just stopped chat. See what happens when you call me Steve instead of BW? Everybody gets confused. One day Cam will refer to me as BW. It'll happen. Cam just wants everybody to know that we go way back. This one is fouled off to the right by Burleson, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stocky man, this Burleson. Thank you, Coldest. Here's a check on the runner. He's back in with a slide. Runner at first base, that is. My day's going pretty good. First of all, I love this start time. 6:45 a.m. for me. I'm already normally awake. I didn't have to do anything special to get ready for this game. In fact, I've been up for a few hours. Here's a check on the runner again on Newt Bar. Is that 2 disengagements in this at-bat? It might be. We got a 1-2 count on Burleson. I feel like my voice just cracked. 1-2 count on Burleson. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Way outside. 2-2. Come on, Kramer. We don't have time to be throwing waste pitches so far off the plate the batter doesn't even think about offering at it. 2-2 count now. Come on, Kramer. 1 more strike. Outside, ball 3. Come on, Dino. Full count. 2 out. Runners at the corners. Trying to avoid a first inning Scoring from the Cardinals here. This one's hit in the air to left. Get on back there, Hayes. Back it up a little more and right on the edge of the track. 1 foot on the track, 1 foot on the grass. Austin Hayes makes the catch, flips the ball into the crowd to make somebody happy, and Kramer dances out of first inning trouble. We go to the second, no score here in St. Louis. How's everybody doing? By the way, folks, again, anything else I wanted to point out about this? Yeah, so how surprising is it, folks, that Gunnar Henderson against righties is not as good as Jordan Westburg? It just has to be said. Westburg's hitting, about 68 points higher. On base percentage, about another 40 points higher. OPS, higher. Gunner's doing fine. It's not about me saying Gunner isn't doing what he ought to be doing. It's more of a point to just tell you how darn good Jordan Westburg is and against righties. So no need to think about lefty-righty splits with Jordan Westburg. Hit him high in the order and hit him every day. Let's stop fooling around. And another note I would have to say is that I really wish Kyle Stowers was in this lineup. It's another right-handed pitcher. And, yeah. If you look at this lineup, you got Cowser, Hayes, Mullins. I would probably have Stowers in for Hayes tonight. I would. I'd give him a shot. It's nothing against Austin Hayes, but I would give him that shot. 825 subs going into the ball game tonight, folks. Fantastic stuff. I'll bug you about it a little bit later. You guys will give me a pass tonight, right? Since it's sort of the first of back-to-back birthdays. But I'll go ahead and get this sub screen up here on the corner whenever we get into a rally. Hopefully there'll be mini rallies. But okay, we're ready to go here. Jordan Westburg will lead it off here in the top of the second. First pitch to him is hit on the ground right up the middle. Second baseman is playing right behind the bag. He's got it, and Westburg is retired, grounding out 4-3. Nolan Gorman with the play. So one quick out here in the second. And that'll bring up Tony Taters. Tony, come on, buddy. We need to get that average up, and we need to get you healthy again. I still feel like you got some offensive production in you. First pitch is a called strike, top of the zone. Tough pitch there to begin things here for Santander. I tell you what, once we get toward the bottom of the order, that one is a little bit inside. Santander able to lay off. 1 ball, 1 strike. If we get into a rally where it's like the 8-9 or 7-8-9 hitters, man, we need to get a couple guys on. That way when Henderson does come up, we got to get him up there in situations where they can't just pitch around him. There's a breaking ball on the outside edge for a called strike. Gray might have been given an extra inch by the ump, but close enough for a guy of his reputation to get the call. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tony. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second. One, 2 from Gray in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What's going on there, Teresa? Hey, Lou. Hey, folks. Give it up from my best friend going back now nearly 30 years. Lewis is in chat right now. My good friend back home. 2-2 pitch to Santander is on the top of the zone for a called strike 3. Santander goes down looking. 2 away here in the second. Yeah, Lou, Channel's doing great. 825 subs. Been averaging about 100 a week since I started. On the road to 1,000, hopefully, in a couple of weeks. Maybe with a little bit of help today and tomorrow with the whole birthday thing. Folks, remember, there are super chats, there are memberships, and there is a donation link in the subscription. If you're feeling charitable, it's out there. But hey, if you want to save it for tomorrow, when I'm actually 47 your time, that's fine too. Colton Cowser at the plate. First pitch is a strike, and the next offering from Gray is right on the outside corner at the knees. 0-2. Gray dotting the zone there. 2 down. Nobody on, and Cowser in the hole 0-2. Colton comes in tonight hitting .277. And again, against right-handed pitching, he's been our best hitter. This one is fouled off to the right. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Yes, folks, thank you so much for the happy birthdays. Once again, folks, I live 12 hours ahead of you. Technically 11 right now with your daylight savings time thing, but 12 time zones. So, yes, right now, it's my birthday here. Here's a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Cowser goes down swinging, and Sonny Gray is looking tough. After 2, that leadoff walk to Gunnar is certainly looking more and more intentional than anything. Hey there, Bill. How you doing? That's right. We are hanging out. Hanging out. Yeah, so what do we think about for a sub goal tonight? 840? I think targeting 15 new subs a game is pretty fair. It's a little bit below the average. So I don't think like it's too greedy. Plus it gets us to a nice round number pretty much every time if you get 15. Get us up to 840 tonight. What do you think? $850? I don't know. I mean, I'd say if we'd already had 1 or 2 subs after that first inning or 2, then maybe we'd be on pace, but we haven't had a new one yet. So until the number starts moving, I think 840 is a little more realistic. So due up for the Cardinals in the bottom of the second, it'll be Herrera, Gorman, and Wynn. You win some, you lose some. Ba-dum-bump. What else is going out there in Birdland? Should I check out Twitter? What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, shucks. We got a magic member, folks. Pew, 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 pew. SG Sports Talk Channel, welcome. You, sir, are part of the Orioles magic. Welcome. The newest magic member. Try on those binoculars for size. How do they feel? And check out your emojis. You got a few extra ones in there now, buddy. All right, Herrera at the plate. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Ivan Herrera batting .281, 3 homers, 15 driven in. After that terrible injury to Contreras a couple of weeks ago, I guess Herrera is becoming their everyday catcher. This one is in the dirt. 2-0 the count. Folks, if you're not aware about that injury to Contreras, Wilson, not William, right? I always get the two confused. Here's a pitch popped up on a 2-0 count on the infield, a couple of steps onto the grass. Mateo makes the catch on the right side for the first out here in the bottom of the second. It's great to be. Look at SG is already feeling. He's already feeling the effects. And folks, remember, if you do become a Magic member, there is no obligation. You can go next month and say, you know what? I've had my fill. Here's a pitch outside. So you won't get any spam mail. You won't be put on any lists. Nolan Gorman at the plate. That first pitch outside to him. He's hitting 200 on the nose. And this one is low, 2-0. SG is feeling it. Why is James McCann now always catcher, not Adley? That was more true in the first 6-7 weeks than it is right now. And mainly coldest, it's because we've had a more than normal amount of left-handed starters that we've faced. And according to Brandon Hyde, when he looks at his lineup, he feels the best way to approach left-handed starters is to allow Adley to DH. That way he can play every day, and then that makes McCann your catcher. I feel like it's a strategy employed a little too often. We got a 3-1 count now on Nolan Gorman. This pitch is fouled back, so now the count full. 1 out, nobody on, and a full count on Gorman with Mason Wynn on deck. Do I watch the WNBA? I can't say that I do. I don't watch either NBAs. Most I do with basketball is check out March Madness. Maybe the tournaments, a week or two ahead of that. That's about it. This one is fouled back by Gorman. And the count remains full. Can I call cricket? Only if you're talking about the insect. Come here, cricket. Come here. I'm calling you. Come. I guess I can call cricket. It's just sitting over there, not even listening to me. Just kidding, of course. Cricket is one complex game that... Oh, what happened here? Adley popped up to go have a meeting with Kramer, apparently didn't get the permission from the umpire, and because of that, with the count 3-2, is just going to award Nolan Gorman first base. Excuse me? Excuse me? So the umpire showing up Adley Rutschman. Well, this should make for a nice relationship for the rest of the ball game. What in God's green flat earth is that all about? Adley, it's not like Adley just sprinted out there. He got up, must have said a few words before starting to make his... And now the umpires are having a conference about it. What in the hell's going on here? How do you not give Adley the benefit of the doubt in a situation like this, especially when it turns a full count into a walk? Are you kidding me? Now he's calling the batter back? Is he? He just motioned for somebody to come to him. Well, we're having a meeting on the mound. What in the hell is going on here? Now Marmol, the Cardinal manager, wants a word. I don't think this umpire knows what the hell he's doing. Why didn't he just let Adley go do his normal thing? Why did you have to make a big stink out of this, Blue? I mean, right now, according to the ESPN graphic, the runner is at first base. I can't tell you that they're taking him back yet. Well, the chat with the Cardinal manager is over. Now the ump goes over and talks to the batter. He's got his bat in his hand, so I guess he is going to go back to hit. This is unbelievable. We're back. Yeah, so erase everything, folks. Erase it all. How is this umpire going to explain that later? Thankfully, Brandon Hyde went out there and stated his case, and we got all that nonsense reversed. 3-2 the count, just like it was 5 minutes ago. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back. I tell you what, these umpires, ridiculous. Not giving Adley Rutschman the benefit of the doubt. Another payoff pitch. Swung on and popped foul. We'll do it again. 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the second. No score. Yeah, and according to ESPN, there is a man on base. Because ESPN probably can't figure it out. What the umpire just did probably short-circuited every computer on every sports site. There's ball 4. Kramer leaves one high in the zone, above the zone. And Gorman lays off. So a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Mason Wynn now. This game already has that feeling like something really weird is going to happen tonight. I mean, it already has, but you know. First pitch to Win. There's a... They call that... Okay, that's a strike. I didn't see motion by the umpire, but a beautiful pitch by Kramer. Bottom of the zone on the outside corner. 0-1 on Win. This one's upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. I would like to see who this umpire is, if I can find it. Laz Diaz. There you go. Ta-da. Laz Diaz, folks. I thought I'd recognize him. This one is nubbed off the bat, and Mateo's going to throw to first to try to double off the runner over there to no avail. But the Orioles do get the second out of the inning on a soft liner to second. 2 down, a runner at first. Yeah, I know John Boy's had his... Yeah, I mean, everybody refers to Angel Hernandez, C.B. Buckner. Laz Diaz, he's up there. He's in the top 5. And wouldn't you know it, he's in the middle of something strange. I bet you John Boy breaks this one down. Whatever this was today, he's going to break it down. And did we just get a stolen base? Nolan Gorman took off on that last pitch and without a throw down, steals second base. So with 2 down, the Cardinals are runner in scoring position. 0-1 count to Ciani, and he fouls it away 0-2. 2 down, runner at second here in the bottom of the second. No score. Kramer trying to get out of another situation where the Cardinals are a hit away from taking the lead. 0-2 count. The pitch is well upstairs. 1-2. Ciani, 1 for 10 in his last 4 games with 4 strikeouts. So a number 9 hitter who's struggling. I would hope Dean Kramer has got a put-away pitch on this guy. He's got 2 strikes on him. Here comes the pitch. Popped up foul. Off to the left. Still 1-2. SG says Laz Diaz is the worst. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say Angel Hernandez is the worst. I mean, he's almost made a career out of being how bad he is. All right, another 1-2 on the way outside, 2-2. Kramer up to 38 pitches now. So now that becomes a concern. He's 2 pitches away from averaging 20 per inning through these first 2 innings. Pitch on the ground and through the middle for a base hit. That's going to score a run. On a 2-2 pitch with 2 out, the Cardinals have taken a lead on an RBI single by Ciani. Just number 9 nobody. Ugh. Oh, that hurts. SG, there's really no reason to type in the score in the chat. 1, it's on the board. It's taken up about 80% of the screen. And 2, it's sort of my job to report when there's a change in the score. That's really the only thing you don't have to do. No need to tell us the info that's already either provided on screen or by me. Did we just get another steal? Wow. Another stolen base without a throw attempt. Ciani with his 5th steal. With Donovan now at the plate. 2 down here in the inning. A run already in. What sports? You're nice enough to get a membership, but that's not going to give you a license to start doing silly things, my friend. This one is low and in on Donovan. We'll see how this goes, buddy. We'll see how this goes. I mean, you're kind of walking a thin line already. I'm trying to be cool about it. 1-2 pitch hit on the ground. Nice stop by Henderson. Can he get enough on the throw? He does. A 1-hop bounce throw. Gunnar Henderson saves the inning. The Orioles do give up 1, but it could have been worse. I don't know if there's a lot of other shortstops that's going to make this play. The range and the arm strength and the accuracy. Yes, it was on a bounce, but that was intended. Oh, my friend, just because your name is my friend doesn't mean I'm not allowed to call other people my friend, my friend. All right, so SG, are we all good to go? We're through 2 innings here. Cardinals lead at 1-0. Oh, my friend. You are my friend. So much so that it's your name. It's implied. Just like me being the bird watcher. No need to ask me, hey, Steve, do you like to watch birds? Yeah. It's in my name. Your name is my friend. So therefore, you're my friend. We go to the 3rd. Oh, boy. We're just getting started with a road trip here. Do I like to watch paddleball? I'd rather be playing it than watching it. Oh, that's good. Oh, that hits good. So it's true. It's true. It says it right there, folks, that it is May 21st for me. But I'm still 46 where you guys sit, okay? Don't call me old. I'm still in my mid-40s where you are. I'm in my late 40s here. Now, tomorrow, that won't be the case. But give me a chance to still be 46 somewhere. I'm young to you. Somebody in chat last night said my voice sounded like I was in my 60s, which I thought was a compliment. Here we go. Austin Hayes leading off the top of the 3rd. First pitch is a called strike. All right, we've got a prediction. That's a lot of runs. Hey, Giants fan, thank you. Hayes is hitting 148. Yeah, it would only be right for me to celebrate on Baltimore time. Celebrate on the time and the time zone I was born in. I was actually born in a hospital in Fairfax, Virginia, so don't hold it against me, folks. Technically, I'm a born Virginian. I know. Hey, Brooks was born in Arkansas, right? He's still a Baltimore man. Here's a foul ball off to the right by Hayes. Christina, just 21, huh? It's great. It's great to have so many different generations of fans here. Hey, Thomas, you live in Fairfax, so you know the hospital there. There's a check swing. Did that? Yeah, it hit off the bat. That was in on the hands of Hayes. Just wondering if maybe it got him on the hands, but it's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 on Hayes, leading off the top of the 3rd. I know. The thing is, my childhood home was in Maryland, but my mom worked in Virginia and went into labor, and that was the nearest hospital. So that's how that worked out. There's a swing and a miss by Hayes. He goes down. One out here in the top of the third. I look 21. 21, what, in Jupiter years? Hey there, Sanic or Canic. All right, Cedric Mullins is at the plate. Average of just 194, but hey, couple of hits yesterday, trying to get out of a funk. He's up there with one out, nobody on here in the top of the third. Next pitch is upstairs. 1-1 the count. The Orioles are still looking for their first anything since Gunnar Henderson was issued a 4-pitch walk to begin the ball game. Inside. Is that 3-0 now on Mullins? How about Ced working a 3-0 count? Oh, yeah, I told the barber, get rid of all my gray hairs. Oh, by the way, folks, the back of my head, there's ball 4 to Mullins. All right, Ced. Couple of hits yesterday. Now we're drawing walks. Got some speed on the base paths. Love to see him to get in the scoring position. Cardinals are already running on us. Let's run on them. I don't know anything about this Herrera guy behind the plate. Prove it to me you got an arm there, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Again, yeah. So, yeah, big at-bat here by Mateo with Gunnar on deck. Oh, a first pitch breaking ball, top of the zone. Mateo, understandably, bailed out on that pitch. But it's a called strike. 259 for Mateo, a couple of homers, 5 driven in. Mullins with his lead. And there's the first check on him. He's back in with a slide. Yeah, big at-bat here by Mateo. If he can keep the line moving, it sets us up for something special. I mean, if Sonny Gray is going to just 4-pitch walk at Gunnar to the point where he's not even thinking about giving. Set a little lead, but he stays put. And Gray nips the outside corner for a called strike 2. Man, Gray does have really good command. So, yeah, it's a definite. That walk was certainly by design to Gunnar. No way he could be off the plate like that. Oh, Ced. Oh, close. Ooh. Oh. Second check on Mullins. Very close. But, hey, that's 2 disengagements. And even though it's an 0-2 count, I want Ced running because let's get him at worst in the scoring position with 2 out if Mateo can't keep the line moving. He's got a big lead. He's not going, and it's low and away in the dirt. Herrera pounces on it. Keeps Mullins at first. Man, look at Ced next to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is a large dude. I know Mullins is pretty small, but what a size difference between these two guys. 1-2 the count. Mullins again stays put, and Mateo takes a called strike 3. Come on, Ced, take off. Pure Adrenaline's in the house. Are you bringing some people on over, Pure? I don't know why, but when you pop in like that, it comes in super white, and I can't even read what it says. I can only see your logo. But if you're bringing people on over, I appreciate it. Folks, if you're just tuning in, the Cardinals ahead 1-0. The Orioles hitting right now. Mullins fake runs as Henderson now at the plate. See, now I don't run Ced, because if Ced steals, then they're just going to put Gunnar on. I want to see Gray pitch to Gunnar. We got a 1-0 count. Mullins stays put again. Gunnar hits a high pop-up off to the left side. The third baseman, Arenado, will have a look, but it's about 4 rows deep into the crowd. Hey, thanks, PAS. I thought I'd given you mod privileges. Didn't I give you a little mod wrench? I could have sworn I did. What happened? Not that you're required to be a mod. If it's something you don't want to do, that's fine. Not, I just give it to you because I can trust you and you know how things work around here. But I'm just curious because I could have sworn I gave you a wrench back in the day. 1-1 the count on Gunnar. Mullins still at first base, 2 down. I didn't take it away. There goes Mullins. Check swing. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Cedric is in scoring position now. And a 1-2 count on Gunnar. So while there is an open base with a 1-2 count, I don't think Gray's going to just pitch around Gunnar now. You're going to have to still go after him, I would feel. Pure, I've got my hand up, and I solemnly swear I did not change your mod status whatsoever. The mystery, it's like a Hardy Boys mystery. The case of the missing wrench. This pitch is in the dirt. 2-2 the count on Gunnar. All right, folks, let's lock in. We need to tie this ball game up, if not more. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with a tying run at second base. The very tough Sonny Gray. SG, that's a polite no. But thanks for asking. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, second base, 1 hop. Over to first in time by Gorman. And the inning is over. Henderson grounds out. So Gray can pitch to him, I guess. The Orioles are still hitless through 3. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 St. Louis. All right. I guess it's a good time to maybe take a look at the old out-of-town scores, shall we? This game starts a little later than a lot of other games, so I'm sure there's plenty of scores to check out. Bottom of the 8th, the Diamondbacks up 3-0 on the Padres. They've also got a rally going on, a couple of runners on base. Top of the 8th, Brewers ahead of the Marlins 2-1. The Nationals all over the Twins. Boy, the Twins, after that big winning streak, they have been hitting a wall here lately. They're down 7 to the Nats in the 7th. The Red Sox up 5-0 on the Rays. The Yankees, man, oh man, oh man. They got to Logan Gilbert, I guess, at least for a few runs. They're into the late innings there in the Seattle. Please, help us out. At least win one of those games over there this week. Kansas City's up 2-0 on the Tigers, and they've got 2 on with 2 out. Middle of the second, Angels 1, Astros 0, and the rest of these scores are final. Padres nipped the Braves 6-5. Toronto beat up on the White Sox 9-3. Pure came on over after a 3-1 loss for the Mets at the hands of the Guardians. Sorry about that, Pure. And then later on, Diamondbacks Dodgers. Are they playing a doubleheader? I thought I already read a Diamondback score. I could have sworn I already looked at a Diamondback score. I guess not. Just another sign that my cognitive decline is well underway. All right, bottom of the third coming up. It'll be Nootbaar, Goldschmidt, and Arenado for the Cardinals. Dean Kramer out for his third inning of work. It's taken him 43 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. Folks, that's not a good pace. That would mean it would take more than 100 pitches just to get through 5 innings and qualify for something. Got to get this pitch count down. Yeah, it was the first score I thought I read off, but then I went back to the beginning and then it disappeared on me. Here's a called strike on a breaking ball in the outside corner. top of the zone to Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar with a walk in his first plate appearance. This one's hit to the opposite field and will hang up there for Hayes. He makes the catch, moving slightly to his left to track that one down. One away here in the bottom of the third. Up steps Paul Goldschmidt. 1-0 Cardinals. The Orioles facing another tough starter and struggling to break through, although, again, they managed to do it in the series with Seattle. That was the thing that made me the most happy about that series. We faced two very good pitchers and got to them early. Didn't necessarily knock them out, but did enough damage to hold on to the lead and take it all the way home. Here's a pitch low and away to Goldie after a first pitch strike, so the count now is 1-1 to the Cardinal first baseman. 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch is swung on and missed. 1-2. Next offering from Kramer is hit on the ground. 2 bounces. Gunner to first. Oh, it's a little bit off the bag, but I guess O'Hearn was able to apply a tag there to retire Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie now down to 2-11. 2 down, nobody on for Nolan Arenado. By the way, an Anthony Santander walk-off bobblehead will be available to the first 25,000 fans at the ballpark when the Orioles take on the Rays June 1st, 4:05 start. Oh, great. Let me guess. Saturday, 4:05 start. Why do you have to do that? Called strike on the outside edge to Arenado. 0-1 to begin his at-bat. 0-4-1 tonight with a flyout back in the first. Again, come on, Camden. Enough of the 4 o'clock Saturday games. Here's a swing and a miss on a curve. Arenado quickly in the hole 0-2. Somebody get me that bobblehead. This one's lifted in the air and will get out of play foul. Still 0-2 on Arenado. If Kramer can put him away here, he can do a little bit of help to his pitch count. And the 0-2 is a little high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Are you in Japan or something? LOL. It's funny, huh? There's a whole world out there. And with the internet, you can be anywhere. This one is popped up. Right field, can of corn for Cowser. Inning over. We are through 3. Well, if this is a 3-act play, Act 1 is the Cardinals ahead 1-0 with the Orioles yet to get a base hit. Let's hope Act 2 and Act 3 offer a little bit more, because right now this play stinks. I'm going to the concession stand for intermission. You like the cover over the window, my friend? Yeah, I'm probably going to rotate it in and out depending on how bright it is in the morning and what time of day the first pitch is. If it's a nice cloud-covered day, I do like the natural light coming in. I think it gives what I'm trying to recreate here with my little environment is something a little sort of against the grain for your average YouTube channel. Most YouTube channels, they love the flashy colors and it's just a little too much flash and a little too much color. I like the nice muted colors. I want sort of an old school presentation. You know, this baseball is a sport for people that I feel aren't, the short attention span types that are just sort of drool collects in the corner of their mouths staring at bright colors and things. You guys don't need all that stuff. Yeah, I don't need clickbait titles. because I know the audience out there that is going to enjoy my content, they don't get suckered into clickbaity stuff. O's will really blow it this year. Yeah. Yeah. What happens next will shock you. All right, folks, top of the fourth here at Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. It is a lovely ballpark. It is a really, really good fan base and a really proud franchise, these St. Louis Cardinals. Past couple of seasons has been a struggle, but you won't find a team about as consistent as the Cardinals have been throughout their entire history being competitive. And a lot of star players over the years, from Stan Musial to Ozzie Smith, many, many more. Here's Adley Rutschman at the plate. First pitch is low and in for ball one. Rutschman grounded into that double play back in the first, immediately after that 4-pitch walk to Gunnar Henderson. Baxter, it's on my mind. The pitch is foul back. I mean, come on, Baxter. I just got a fresh haircut. Got to be able to show it off a little bit. 1-1 on Adley. Yep, we are waiting on our first base hit there, Fox. Here's a ground ball to the right side. The first baseman backhands Goldschmidt to the pitcher covering Gray. Nicely done there by the Cardinals. That is not as easy as it might have looked. Goldschmidt had to range far to his right and still be able to throw an accurate throw to the pitcher coming over to cover that bag. Cardinals get it done, though. First out here in the fourth. And that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn. Tell you what, if we go quietly in this inning, your boy will start thinking about the hat. Again, the hat has been resting because, the more you rest the hat, the more magic it can give you when you call upon it. So I'm just trying to let that hat marinate a little bit longer. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. First pitch is high for ball one. Next pitch is inside edge for a called strike. In the majors, in terms of hard hit percentage per swing, which I believe are pitches hit at least 95 miles an hour or harder, there are only 3 players in the league who hit the ball harder than Ryan O'Hearn. One is named Juan Soto. Another is named Shohei Ohtani. So you want to talk about some select company. 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground on the right side. Another play for Goldie to flip it to Sonny Gray covering the bag. And just like that, there are 2 down here in the fourth. The Orioles still looking for their first hit. Sonny Gray is not keeping the clouds away for us. He's making things feel pretty cloudy over here. That's right. I went there. Sesame Street reference. You'll live. All right, Jordan Westburg. What do you got, buddy? 0 for 1 with the ground out. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch is at the top of the zone for a called strike. Sonny Gray. He has some serious command. I mean, looks like the ball always goes right where he wants it to. Pitch. Top of the zone on the inside part. 0-2 on Westburg. I'm telling you right now, folks, everything is right on that strike zone line. And it's not like he just peppers the same spot. He's moving it all over the zone. But everything's on the edge. Let's see if he tries to go outside the zone here. And it's right on the edge with a breaking ball. Westburg grounds to short. and Wynn with a strong throw will retire Westburg at first. My goodness, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals 1, Orioles nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean zilch, squadoosh, nada, zippy. I need a lucky. I tell you what, your boy's going to have himself a lucky break. And when he comes back on screen, he might be dressed a little bit differently. We'll see. Folks, having a tough day? Are things seeming down? Do you need a little bit of a pick-me-up? Reach for Lucky. They're toasted. 9 out of 10 doctors prefer Lucky Strike. It's been proven to improve fertility. All right. Yeah, I think so too, Chris. You guys ready for... You guys love the Dickens Cider promo? I've got it up here somewhere. Where is it? I'll read it off again. I got to make a new one. Can't go back to that same well every time, can I? How many times do you want me to go back to the well? People. All right. For those looking for a refreshing drink with a different flavor that packs a punch, there's nothing like the taste of hard apple cider. And no one delivers quality cider like Dickens. The Dickens family has been producing top-shelf cider products for generations. So if quality is what you're after, you just can't go wrong with Dickens Cider. Dickens Cider. Available now at your local grocer. All right, here we go. Burleson at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Next one is popped up and over by the dugout. Westburg has a look. It bounces right on the dugout steps, just out of play. 0-2 on, is it Alec Burleson? I keep wanting to say Nate Burleson, but that was a football play, right? Didn't he play for the Vikings? All right. 0-2 pitch. Is lifted, a golf swing, and that one's going to drop into right center for a base hit. Wow. Impressive approach there by Burleson. I mean, that pitch was ticketed for the dirt. Somehow he got the bat head to it before it hit the ground. Just golfed it out there, dropping into right center field. A leadoff single, and the Cardinals have action. I'd almost bet the farm Nate Burleson spent time on the Vikings. I'd almost bet the farm. In fact, I want to say that's who drafted him. That was back when I used to actually follow the NFL. I could be wrong. Herrera at the plate. First pitch to him is a called strike. Top of the zone on the outside corner. He's 0 for 1 so far tonight. Next pitch is low, 1-1. Cardinals lead 1-0 here in the first game of 3. We're in the bottom of the fourth. They've got a runner at first, nobody out. While the Orioles are looking for their first hit. 1-1 pitch is in the air. Going to be trouble. It will flare down in front of the right fielder. Lead runner probably going to be able to get the third. Here comes the throw in. And even though Burleson didn't go into a slide, that play was pretty close. That ball got there right when he stepped in there. Cowser with a strong throw, but unfortunately the Orioles are in big trouble. First and third, nobody out. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me on my birthday. I'll be back on screen in a minute, hopefully. Oh, boy. Nolan Gorman has had one plate appearance, 0 for 0, but he walked, stole a base, and scored a run. Up and away for ball one. Oh, boy. There you go. Burleson played for the Vikings. Pretty sure that's who drafted him. He got around, though. That's a lot of teams. Here's a pitch fouled back, 1-1 on Gorman. Hey, thanks, Curtis. Don't forget to tell me that tomorrow when I'm having another birthday back in America. 1-1 the count on Gorman. The pitch, breaking ball, beauty on the outside edge. A lot of movement on that pitch from Kramer. 1-2 the count. Can we get a big strikeout here? Boy, we could use one. I mean, a double play in exchange for a run. I guess we'd take that too, but I want to strike out now and then the double play without any runs. That's what I want. This will be pitch number 64 from Dean Kramer. A 1-2 count. Here it is. Way high, 2-2. All right. Enough's enough. For crying out loud. Here I am. And there it is. Enough already. Get me out of this jam, Dino. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Where did he go? No, but what about where that pitch was? You're not going to give me that, ump? Oh, man, on a 2-2 pitch, that one looked like it had the bottom of the zone right on the outside corner. The umpire might have been more concerned about the check swing than he was where that pitch was. Full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Oh, a big strikeout from Dino. First out of the inning. And why? The hat. Come on, the hat. We need a double play now, the hat. Mason Wynn, not easy to double up. He's a speedy base runner. First pitch to him is outside for ball one. Come on, Dino. One-0 pitch. Kramer holding the ball a long time. Here it comes. And it's lined. Base hit into left field. Oh, boy. One run in. The runner at first will go to third, and Wynn is in with a double. 2-0 St. Louis. And this could get ugly. Second and third now with only one out. And this is the bottom of the order, folks. Oh, boy. He can't. I mean, I know the Orioles have the talent to come from behind. They've done it many times already this season. But when you got a guy like Sonny Gray pitching like he is right now, hello, no hits. Every run feels like it's lowering our chances significantly from coming back. Here's Ciani, RBI single last time up. Breaking ball for a called strike. Second and third, one out. A run in. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on and missed. He gets Ciani to chase a high fastball. We need another strikeout. Desperately. Desperately. 0-2 pitch. You got a couple of pitches to work with. Don't waste one, but try to throw something tantalizing. Yes! Where's the call? Where's the call? What the... Oh, my God. That ball is a strike all day long. What do you want? What do you want, Blue? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 1-2 the count. High, ball 2. On an at-bat that should be over now. Unbelievable. How do you miss that? And Adley even framed it even more than it already was. It didn't even need to be framed. It was a strike all the way. Second and third. 2-2 count on Ciani. Again, this at-bat should be over. The pitch. Swung on, drilled, right field. Gone. Hey, ump. Eat shit. Well, this game's probably over. 0-1 the count on Donovan. Hit back to Kramer. Over to first in time, out number 2. You blew the whole ball game, ump. This entire game. Newt Bar at the plate. First pitch. Low for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Low and in, 2-0. Yeah, bring up the robot calls. Bring up the system they got in the minors where you can challenge balls and strikes. Enough of this. Completely decided the game. This one's low, 3-0. I mean... Here's a called strike, 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. The Cardinals with 4 runs in, 3 on a 3-run homer. First of his career for the number 9 hitter, Ciani. He's got 4 RBI tonight. This one's off the plate for ball 4. Newt Bar walks with 2 down. Yeah, folks, it's not about I'm sitting here going, boy, my team is really stinking it up tonight, and I just don't see my team. Folks, when you sit there and you're completely handcuffed by a stupid umpire, what can you do other than just be mad? Here's a called strike. Thanks, ump. 0-1 on Goldschmidt. Folks, if my attitude right now is making it hard to listen, I understand. I get it. I'm going to try to get back under control. Here's a check on the runner. Yeah, and that thing with Adley. Yeah. I want to get it back, the man. I want to get it back. But, yeah, the anger is justified. It's justified. The call ruined the whole game. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike. Top of the zone. 0-2. I mean, the pitch that should have been a strike, it wasn't even like it had a lot of movement. It was in the zone from his hand all the way to the plate. Just ridiculous. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit to the right side. Cowser going in the corner, and that one will reach the stands by a couple of rows. deep down the right field foul line. Goldschmidt in the hole 0-2. 2 down, runner at first. 5-0 St. Louis here. So bad. So bad. Oh, 2 pitch. Reached for and fouled away. And I mean, Kramer's pitch count, 84 now here in the 4th. So this might be it. Not sure if he's even going to be out here for the 5th. I mean, he's already given up the 5 runs, too. Maybe it's Albert Suarez night. Get a couple innings out of him. This one's lifted foul off to the right. Still 0-2 on Goldschmidt. Cantankerous, again, I agree. If it came down to a player making a bonehead play or something like that, I can let it go. But again, it's about a outside influence making, the outcome of the game. There is a strike. There is a strikeout of Goldschmidt there. That'll end the inning. The Cardinals put up a 4 spot. At the end of 4, St. Louis 5, the Orioles 0. Before that, we weren't doing any favors. Out of our control. Well, again, I mean, Jack, we see bad calls all the time. Some have more importance than others. Are we going to say, let's say somebody's got a 3-1 count and a pitch that should have been ball 4 is called a strike. Well, you're still in the count, and then you got plays like, I don't know, Jeffrey Mayer leaning over the right field wall and taking an out away and the ump calling it a home run. That's a situation where the umpire is dictating the outcome of the game with his bad call that you can't do anything about. And in situations like that, yeah, I'm going to get mad. I'm going to get mad. But again, it'll pass. What am I going to do? Spend the next 100 and whatever games constantly thinking about what happened tonight? No, but this is happening in the moment. I'm processing it. I can already feel it starting to dwindle down. But, yeah, in the moment, sure. Your boy's fuming. Fuming. We go to the top of the 5th. Folks, I would love nothing more than for the Orioles to just take it to this ump, come back and win this ball game. Yes, I'm a Tottenham fan. Yes, I enjoy the sport. That was my profession. A journalist for the Premier League for about 11 seasons. Anthony Santander at the plate. He takes a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike. 0-1 on Santander, leading off the top of the 5th. Second at bat of the night. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. He'll be followed by Colton Cowser and Austin Hayes. This one is fouled off to the right. Indeed, Albert Suarez is getting loose. Hey, it's like your boy almost knew exactly who the next guy ought to be out there on the mound. It's almost like I have a little bit of insight. Like I'm not just, regurgitating stuff that other talking heads talk about. Your boy lives in a bubble way over here. All of my opinions come from me. So whether you agree or not, at least know it's coming from a genuine place. This one is swung on and fouled off to the right. Still 1-2 on Santander. I'm sure I'll get my therapy out of the way later, looking at some of the comments on Twitter about that call earlier. This one swung on and just a crazy swing. Hurry up, Tony. Get down the line. Get down the line. He is out anyway? Are you kidding me? That ball got all the way to the backstop. Tony hesitated a little bit before taking off. Oh, man. You got to hurry up and get down the line, Tony. I know you're not 100%. Good Lord. We can't even get a break that way. Santander strikes out. One away here in the top of the fifth. Cowser. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Whew. All right. All right, folks. You know, normally I'm the one leading the charge of positivity. If you folks want to do something good on this sort of half birthday, bring me some positivity. Make your boy the bird watcher feel a little better about things. This one's spiked in the dirt. 1-1 the count on Cowser. 1 out, nobody on, top of the fifth. Here's Sonny Gray's pitches by inning. 8, 10. He had 18 in the third, then 9, and currently 7. That is what a top of the rotation guy does. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Cowser. I know, the world's smallest violin playing just for me. Just such a terrible call. One and two on Santander. The pitch is hit on the ground, foul off to the right. Tony hanging in. Excuse me. Cowser's at the plate. Tony's been retired. That's the second time I've mistaken Anthony Santander for Colton Cowser. Your boy cannot see. No, he doesn't see color. Yeah, I even have moose in the chat, and I still ruined it. Oh, this should be a fun second half of this ball game. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. All right, come on, Cowser. Let's go. Let's get this first hit. You got to start somewhere. I don't care if we score in this inning or not. Let's just get the hit. Let's start somewhere. 2-2 pitch. On the inside corner, called strike 3. Sonny Gray is dealing. Dealing. Austin Hayes up next. Two down here in the top of the fifth. Pitch. Hit in the air. Playable. Second baseman, shallow grass on the outfield, makes the catch. And that'll do it. This game is half over. The Cardinals 5 runs on 6 hits. The Orioles squadouche. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Holy Toledo. All right, hold on. Let me try this. There. That helps. Sometimes you just need to do that. Sometimes you just need to wake yourself up. Let me try it again. Yeah, that ought to do it. That should do the trick. All right. Yeah, come on in, my friend. You want to hit? It's like that scene from Airplane where the lady won't calm down in the chair. Line up, everybody. What do you got? You got a wrench? You got some boxing gloves, baseball bat? Just line on up. Man, oh man. That is, oh God. That, I have to go to Twitter to, I can't. I gotta see some people react to what happened in that inning. Man. Better now than October, I guess. Tell you what, if I see Laz Diaz on any October umpire list, I'm going to write a letter to the league office. I'm going to pen a letter. The power of the pen. I demand. All right, Albert Suarez is out there on the mound. I figured this would be the move. We need a couple of innings. And that's what Albert can give us. Hey, Lou, did you hear me lose my shit? Sorry, folks. By the way, earmuffs tonight. It's Birdwatcher After Dark tonight, folks. My apologies. You know I want to be as inclusive as possible. I'd love for young fans who might just be getting into the whole sport of baseball and enjoy following along. I don't want to sit here and be that guy just potty-mouthed, but oof. If you got kids hanging around with you tonight might not be the night. All right, here we go. First pitch from Suarez is fouled straight back by Arenado. 0-1 on him. Nolan 0 for 2 so far tonight. Up. And an advertisement just popped on over my screen. That one is, I guess, well, the count is 1-1. Let's put it that way. One pitch. Hit softly to short. Gunner will charge in and get off another accurate throw for out number 1. One down here in the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals 5, Orioles nothing. Alec Burleson will come up with his third plate appearance. 1 for 2 so far with a run scored. 5-0 St. Louis. I mean, they got torched by the Red Sox yesterday. I think that final score is 9-3. One 0 pitch is inside 1-1. All I ask is that this ump doesn't do another really bad call, even if it's against the Cardinals. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm a fair guy. This one is inside, and the count now 3-0. Suarez falling behind on Burleson. Here comes the next pitch. Low, ball 4. Wow, Suarez, nothing in the zone there. A 4-pitch walk with 1 out. Burleson on at first. Here comes Ivan Herrera, or Ivan. I'm pretty sure it's Ivan, like a Ivan Rodriguez. That's another catcher with a name Ivan. So I'm going to go Ivan. Herrera 1 for 2 tonight, single and run scored. This one is up and away for ball 1. Uh-oh. Bad messages coming through? Oh, no. Great night for that. Who's ready to test the birdwatcher? 1-0 pitch is over the plate but low. 2 balls, no strikes. Suarez has thrown 6 straight pitches out of the zone. Oof. Pitch. There's a called strike. Top of the zone, 2-1. This one is grounded. Well, it's fouled off right at the plate. Off the lower leg of Herrera. it would appear. Ball just dribbles away a few feet from the plate. 2-2 the count on Herrera. Suarez in relief. He's already allowed a walk. There's a 1 out in the inning. 2-2 pitch is high, ball 3. Yeah, folks, again, just so everybody understands, I would be a hypocrite if, look, I've cursed now maybe 2-3 times through 45 games. So I'm human. Everybody else is. It's just the sort of thing we don't want to make a habit out of, right? This ball is fouled at the plate. So if Ahmad is saying, hey, you guys, keep the language cool, again, don't take it as an insult. I'm going to try to do better to keep my emotions in check. I can be as angry as I want, but I ought to be able to control the words that come out of my mouth. Full count on Herrera. All right. Bit of a delay here, but looks like we're ready to go. Suarez gets the sign. And the payoff pitch incoming. Upstairs, ball 4. Oof. 2 walks from Suarez. I might have to... I think I'm going to just chain the rest of these luckies. Here comes Drew French. Man, oh man. Tell you what. If we just had one hit, I would feel so much better about, all right, well, the chips are down, but we've got a lot of outs to play with. But good Lord, we need a hit. Give us some indication that there's a chance to come back. Nolan Gorman will be up next. Left-handed second baseman. Not much in the average department, but he has a lot of power. Dangerous hitter. If you don't hit your target, if you leave one out over the plate to this guy, he can hurt you. Classic road grays tonight, Cantankerous. Cardinals in their classic home whites. Gorman is up. Meeting is over. Suarez is ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Oh, doctor. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. The thing is, I've like most games, I've got a few other topics to talk about, between pitches, other things going on with the organization, maybe down in AAA. Here's a pitch low and away, 1-1 on Gorman. Talking about upcoming series, talk about what's going on in the division, talk about, all kinds of things. Right now, your boy's having trouble focusing. On anything other than this game he's been watching. 2-1 the count. This pitch is low and in. What does soap taste like? Very clean, my friend. It tastes clean. Pitch. Outside, 3-1. There you go. Thank you, Lou. Loving the BW vibe. Even in nights, folks, if you can hang with this vibe, you're good to go for the rest of the season. Because, that's about as upset as I get. Other than the Jeffrey Mayer play back in 95 or whatever it was, 96. Other than that, I don't get much more upset than I do tonight. 3-2 the count on Gorman now. 1 out, runners at first and second. Suarez in relief. is about to throw his 20th pitch of the inning. And a swing and a miss. There you go, Albert. There's a strikeout. Out number 2. High fastball. 2 down. Yeah, I mean, guys, all I can say is if you're just listening to me call a game and going by what I'm telling you and you're not seeing it with your own eyes, all I can tell you is go back later and find a clip about the play that made your boy lose his mind, and maybe you'll understand. There's a swing and a miss. 96 there by Suarez on Mason Wynn. Wynn tonight 1 for 2. Had an RBI double and a run scored in his last at-bat in that big 4-run rally in the 4th. He squares around the bunt and brings the bat back on a pitch way upstairs. 1-1 the count. Pitch. Low. 2 balls, 1 strike. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. Triple zeros for Baltimore. Pitch. Hit on the ground. Gunnar. Backhanded play. Deep in the hole. Wow, what a play. All right, folks. Look. I don't know what the outcome of this ball game is going to be, but I just saw myself another fantastic defensive effort by Gunnar Henderson, and your boy is going to take moments like that when he can get them. Just an absolutely fantastic play by Gunnar Henderson once again. The range, the balance, that center of gravity, that ability to throw off the back foot with plenty of zip on the throw. I mean, inaccurate. The whole shebang, folks. I'm telling you right now. There might be, I might have more ears than there are other shortstops in the league that can make that play. At the end of 5, the Cardinals 5, the Orioles nothing. Yeah, folks, can we please just go ahead and pretend like today isn't my birthday because it's only over here that it is? Tomorrow's my birthday. Things have got to go better tomorrow, right? I don't want this to be my birthday. This stinks. Oh, yeah, by the way, wasn't I supposed to? Yeah, I guess I'll just do it tomorrow. Folks, look, if you think that it's a little bit in bad taste, the pandering or whatever that might be what you consider it. But tomorrow I will be promoting a bit of a fundraiser for the channel. You know, got to use that birthday angle a little bit. But yeah, still waiting to pass a certain threshold in order for some things on the YouTube channel to unlock so that I can be compensated monetarily by them. But again, it's going to need some help. Folks, any likes, any subs, any memberships, any super chats, anything like that would go a long way. I'm not going to ask you to do it straight out like this every day, but hey, if I'm going to milk the old birthday angle, this seems like the time to do it. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow, I hope. Cedric Mullins to lead it off here in the top of the 6th. Sonny Gray, of course, out for another inning of work. First pitch is fouled off to the right. The 0-1 to Mullins. He squares around a bunt, but that will go foul along the third base foul ground. I wonder if there's a few old timers in the crowd who are Browns fans once upon a time. They would have to be back. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see. The Browns were in the World Series 80 years ago this year. So Any 90-year-old fans in the crowd might remember the last time not only the Browns were playing, but when they made the World Series. Here's a ground ball foul down the right field line. Still 0-2 on Mullins here, leading off the top of the sixth. Said drew a walk in his only other at-bat. I mean, just going to show you, folks, we're still going through this lineup for a second time. Cardinals have been through the lineup 3 full times already. This one's popped up. Shortstop going out. Left fielder coming in. The shortstop is going to drop the ball. Mason Wynn. Wow. I tell you what. That looked like trouble. As soon as I saw the left fielder enter the screen, I'm like, well, that's his ball. He's got the better angle. Wynn's running with his back to the plate. Next thing you know, Wynn drops the ball. That's got to go down as an error, unfortunately, which means we still don't have a hit. But we do have a base runner. Hey, thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. Big old smackaroo from the bird watcher on there. Bill says, go get 'em, O's, and thank you, BW. Thank you, Bill. Jorge Mateo at the plate. That $5 is going to go toward that chair. This one is hit on the ground and past Wynn. Wynn boots the ball, and of course with Mateo's speed, everybody is safe. Hold on to your hats, folks. I don't know. Maybe a super chat is good luck. Maybe you can buy your way to a victory. I don't know. $1 at a time? Geez, we got 2 on, nobody out with Gunnar Henderson at the plate. And folks, I mean, we can't do any worse than we have been. We got to use the power of the subscreen in a situation like this. First pitch to Gunnar is off the plate, away outside. 2 on, nobody out. And a 1-0 count on Gunnar. Come on, folks. The pitch. Low, ball 2. Ball 2. As somebody just left, I guess. Sorry. Oh, I can't stand it when Steve locks in and tries to prevent anybody from getting spoiled. The 2-0 is swung on and grounded foul off to the right. Boy, that pitch was right down Broadway. If Gunnar was able to square that up, that ball's still flying out of here. Man, oh man, oh man. 8:30, hoping to get to 8:40. That's the target. 2 balls and 1 strike on Gunnar. Nobody out in the top of the 6th. The Orioles have to cash in this spot before this inning is over. Pitch. Swung on and missed. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, belt high, and Gunnar could not get to it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5-0 Cardinals in the top of the 6th. Nobody out. The Orioles with 2 men on base. The pitch. Reached for and fouled behind the plate. A breaking ball from Gray. A nasty one, but Gunnar able to get a piece. Who's Johnny? They said. 2-2. Come on, Gunnar. Pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. Center field and deep. Going back. Still going back. At the wall. This ball's gone. Bye, Bernie. Gunnar Henderson does it again. Sweet number 16 on the season, and the Orioles are right back in this ball game. Laz Diaz or not. St. Louis 5, Baltimore 3. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Back in this ball game. Suck on that, Laz. Let's go. Base is empty, still nobody out. And folks, the hat, the sub-screen. Do I go to them at the right time or what? Believe in me, for crying out loud. I'm not a televangelist. I'm not trying to sell you snake oil. I'm just telling you to believe. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. Get to the chopper and listen to the bird watcher. Adley Rutschman coming up to the plate. Good Lord. What I got to do to get through to you? Bill with another super chat. Bill, you don't have to do it all on your own. Let some others spread the love, but thank you, sir. Go Orioles. Hang in there. I'm hanging. Your boy's hanging. A new lease on life. There's a whole lot of delay here before Rutschman comes up to hit. All right, we're ready to go. First pitch. In there for a called strike. Breaking ball. Whoo, doctor. That Gunnar Henderson, folks. And I mean, that ball was hit to the left of center, so technically an opposite field shot. Just raw power to all fields. This pitch is upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike to Adley. Gunnar is definitely in the MVP race. There is no doubt about it. Long way to go, but he is on pace. 1-1 pitch. Inside. 2-1. And right now, Laz, if there's any sort of close pitch, you better let it go our way. You've got about 4 makeup calls to make up for that one earlier. 2-1 the count. That one's right down the middle. Nothing you can do but say strike 2 on that one. 2-2. Yankees 9th inning implosion. Narniak, give us an update on that score. Pitch. Swing and a chopper right off of Adley's foot, ankle. Somewhere there at the bottom of his legs. Let's see. Yep, right on the instep of his right foot. That'll sting. 2-2 the count. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Sonny Gray finally touched up. So important. Again, didn't I tell you, folks, we needed to get some people up in the bottom of the order? Then Gunnar comes up with 2 on, nobody out, and gets us 3 runs. Here's a swing and a drive. Oh, but that's going to hook foul. Adley was gunning for a homer, but it's just going to be a long fly ball for a foul. 2-2. And Sonny Gray is laboring here. This will be the 7th pitch to Adley. Swung on and fouled away again. We are doing the right things right now, folks. Gunnar delivering the power, and now Adley working the count. Don't go anywhere, people. 5-3, St. Louis, top of the 6th. The Orioles down 5-0, have just put 3 runs up. Still nobody out in the inning. The 2-2 to Rutschman is swung on and popped up. Right field. Moving back some, but with some room in front of the track. Nootbaar with the catch. 1 down here in the 6th. And now that we got a moment between pitches, just to give you guys a little bit of eye candy, here's a look at the scoring summary right there for you and when these runs have been scored so far. But once again, folks, we are in the middle of a important inning here. And so far, the sub-screen's been working. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, line drive, base hit, left center field. Ryan O'Hearn is on, folks, and the Orioles, being down 5-0 just a few minutes ago, are sending the tying run to the plate. Cantankerous with a super chat. Hey, Cantankerous, you know, you get to say something. I'm legally obligated to read what you got to say. But hey, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Once again, folks, I'm not going to press you to do those every night, but if you're looking for a way to say happy birthday, that's a good way to do it. Here's a called strike to Westberg. Top of the zone on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Gray. All right, Westy, it is your turn, my friend. You've been in a spot like this before. 1 out in the inning. Runner at first. The pitch. In the dirt. And the catcher throws his mask off, doing what he can to keep the runner, O'Hearn, on at first. But O'Hearn, not too speedy. He wasn't going. This will be the 80th pitch from Gray. His pitch count hasn't been much of a concern all night, but this has definitely been, not just in the giving up the home run to Gunner department, but just in general, his toughest inning. A lot of deep counts. One pitch to Westberg. Is swung on and missed. High fastball, a couple inches above the zone. Westberg couldn't lay off. And the count 1-2. A 3-run homer by Gunnar Henderson, his 16th of the season, have got the Orioles back in the mix. And of course, had a certain Cardinal player been struck out when he had been and not allowed another pitch to see to hit a 3-run homer, we might be leading 3-2 right now. But hey, what are you going to do? This pitch is low, 2-2 on Jordan Westberg. JoJo Romero, Cardinal left-handed reliever, getting loose. That is a blanket for an English Premier League club known as Tottenham Hotspur. This is hit on the ground. It's going to be a barehanded attempt, and safe! Safe! Westberg beats out the infield hit. Keep the line moving, folks. Arenado almost made another Gold Glove play that he's known for. Sprinting in, barehanding, getting off an accurate throw, but Westberg had the speed to beat it out. So now the tying run is on base. Anthony Santander at the plate. Only 1 out in the inning. 3 runs in, 2 more runs on. So 6 batters up, 5 have reached. And Sonny Gray still out there. The pitch swung on, and Santander golfs one foul off to the right on a pitch low and in. Come on, Tony. We need to really think here. Every pitch, have a plan. Gray is too crafty. You gotta be crafty here, Tony. Come on, buddy. Get those taters up in the chat. 0-1 pitches way outside 1-1. Hell, I'll put some in there. Folks, if you remember, throw in some tater tots. It's my favorite emoji I could find. Uh-oh. Get back over there. Here comes the 1-1 to Santander, and that's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Folks, here's the situation. We came into this inning, we didn't even have a hit. And right now, we put 3 runs on the board. We got 2 more out there on the base paths. Just 1 out and a 2-1 count on Santander. Here's the pitch. Way high, and the catcher almost had to snow cone that pitch to keep it from going to the backstop. 3-1, folks. The 3-1. Called strike 2. The catcher dropped that pitch. And the count goes full. Well, are we going to put the runners in motion here? First and second, one out. Andrew Kittredge, the righty, joins Romero, the lefty, in the Cardinal bullpen. Here comes the payoff pitch. Popped up. Left field. This should be the second out. Donovan makes the catch. Runners have to stay put. Santander flies out to left for out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Sonny Gray now up to 88 pitches. Score is 5-3 St. Louis. What else have I missed? All right, we're going to have a pitching change. So if it's stats you want, it's stats you shall have. Here you go. The Cardinals took the lead in the second with an RBI single, then put a 4 spot on in the 4th with a 3-run homer, the highlight of the inning, a controversial homer, if I'm to be honest. The Cardinals went up 5-0. It totally took the wind out of our sails. Sonny Gray pitched another inning of hitless balls, so by the time we went into this top of the 6th, it was 5-0 Cardinals, and we didn't even have a hit. In fact, we had only had the minimum amount of batters reach or come to the plate because the one base runner, Gunnar Henderson, was wiped out on a double play. So just zero offense to speak of. And suddenly, look where we are. 3 runs in. The tying runs are on base. And now Sonny Gray is out of the ball game. Yeah, so Sonny's gone. Who's in the pitch now? Cher? Do you believe in an Oriole comeback? Even when the umpire stinks like crap, the Orioles find their way back, yeah. Do you believe? All right, that's right. I'm getting goofy. I don't care. I don't care at all. Laz Diaz. Potato, 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 bread. I like it. That's a good diet. A lot of carbs, though. That's a high-carb diet there, Parkery. Okay, Joe Romero. I mean, this guy's got more O's in his name than we do on our team. This will be his 23rd appearance already. Man. The counting numbers are adding up on the season, aren't they? I mean, we're about to hit the 1/3 mark once we get to game 54. This is game 45 for us tonight. Ryan Mountcastle is going to come on the hit here to counter the move. Mountcastle replacing Colton Cowser, of all people. Wow. Really, we're taking the milkman out of the game to take advantage of this situation. Let's hope this move pays off. We need Mountie to do something. First pitch is fouled back. No vertigo. Well, that was my hope. Again, that play on the field in the last game, Mountie just did not look normal. He looked like a guy that didn't even know where the ball was. This one's low and in. 1-1 the count on Mountcastle. Mountcastle's 1 for his last 20, folks. We need to root for him to find a baseball here. 2 on, 2 out, 3 runs in. Pitch, grounded to third base, backhanded, and a long throw is going to be in time. Ryan Mountcastle grounds out to third, and the inning is over. But, folks, the Orioles, down 5, have come more than halfway back. You got to start somewhere. I believe when this inning began, I said something along the lines of, you got to start somewhere. Well, we done did. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cardinals 5, the Orioles 3. And your boy is going to have lucky number 2. It's one of those games, you know. One more check on those out-of-town scores. What do you say? At the end of 9, so it is over. Mariners come back to beat the Yankees. Thank you, Seattle. Thank you very much. Thank you. How you doing there, Fitzy? At the end of 7, the Royals are up big on the Tigers 8-2. Angels ahead of the Astros in a high-scoring affair, 9-6. That's in the 6th inning. Is everything else final? Yep. Padres over the Braves. Toronto over the White Sox. Guardians over the Mets. Braves shut out the Padres. The Fish edge the Brewers. Washington all over the Twins. Boston. Hey, Fitzy. There you go. Nice little shutout for you. And then there's one other game yet to start. Starts in about 25 minutes. Arizona playing out at Chavez Ravine against the Dodgers. Whoops, what did I just do there? All right. Coming up for the Cardinals, it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters. Ciani, Donovan, and Nootbaar. And that's a lot of lefties. I'm feeling like we ought to be bringing out a lefty reliever here for Albert Suarez. Let's see if we are. Hey, we are. It's almost like your boy knows how to manage a team. Cionel Perez. And folks, I didn't get any kind of... I just made the guess and then I scrolled down to reveal what I figured I might see. I had no information. Never saw anybody warming up in the bullpen. I promise you, I'm not cheating. I just figured we're going to see a lefty. Here comes Perez. It'll be Ciani. And Ciani tonight already with a couple of hits, 4 RBI, including that 3-run homer that I never want to hear about again. First pitch, and Ciani retired on 1 pitch. I just looked to my left to grab my drink, and suddenly there's an out. That must have been on the ground. Ciani retired on 1 pitch. Here's Donovan now. And he takes one just a bit low, maybe a little bit inside. Looked like it had the corner to me. By the way, Ryan Mountcastle in at first base. Ryan O'Hearn moves out to right field. Colton Cowser out of the ballgame now. Here's a called strike on a nice... Looks like a front door slider there from Perez. Count 1-1. When will I get my lucky break? This one is hit softly. Mountie flips to Perez. In time. Boy, I tell you what. The switch to Mountcastle in defense might have come just in time. I'm not going to tell you Ryan O'Hearn can't make that play, but that play had to be done perfectly because no time to waste. Perez just able to cover the bag in time here. Let's take one more look because this play was really close. But no argument from the Cardinals. 2 down here in the top or bottom of the 6th. Lars Nootbaar, the 3rd straight lefty. And then after that, I'm sure this will be it for Perez. Because after that, you got Goldschmidt and Arenado, a couple of right-handed sluggers. So Perez's job was to come out here and get these 3 lefties out. So far, he's 2 for 2. And he's got a 1-0 count on Nootbaar here. There's a called strike. Top of the zone, 1-1. Your boy's going to go off screen here for a sec. But don't worry. My heart will go on. 1-1 is low, 2-1. Next pitch. Check swing, but it's a called strike at the bottom of the zone anyway, 2-2. 2-2 pitch is low. Count runs full. Once again, Goldschmidt, the right-hander, on deck. So this is it for Perez. The payoff pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right. We'll do it again. We're in the bottom of the sixth, folks. The Cardinals ahead 5-3. The Orioles bullpen need to keep this right where it is to give our offense a chance to put a few more runs up. Swung on and hit softly. It looks like it hit the batter before it went into fair ground. Nootbaar is hobbling. So that's a foul ball that made it all the way into the middle infield there. So Nootbaar, probably not going to be easy for him to set his feet right now. He's got to face a 3-2 pitch. 2 down, nobody on. And the payoff. Check swing, called, strike 3. Well, that'll do it. Perez gets the job done. Faces 3 lefties, gets them out, and keeps things right where they are. Folks, we're going to the late innings. Cardinals 5, Orioles 3. Las Diaz 0. Boy. Anybody watch the Canadian sitcom that was on for, I don't know, 12 seasons, maybe more? Trailer Park Boys? Any Trailer Park Boys fans out there in Charm City chat? Because if there are, I'm just wondering how you feel. Do you think Bubbles would make a better umpire than most of the guys out there right now? I think Bubbles could do a better job. That might be a reference going over everyone's head. My goodness. Or Jim Leahy, after a few quarts of gin. Anybody from that show. Yeah, fun fact, the actor formerly known as, what's her name? Her name, was on that show for 1 season. Ellen Page, she goes by, I'm going to screw it up, but Ellen Page, the former Ellen Page, was on that show for 1 season. She was like 11 years old at the time. Confusion's okay. It's okay to be confused between innings. Usually at this point, when I'm at the ballpark, I'm walking around pretty confused at this stage of the game. All right, we're ready to go. Top of the 7th. Romero is still out there to face the right-handed Austin Hayes. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. So there you go, folks. The Yankees lost. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Woo. Hayes going after a pitch way outside. The bat head nowhere near that ball. Hayes tonight, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up. Oh, 2 pitch is swung on and missed. Boy, Romero making short work of Hayes. That pitch was low and in the dirt. Hayes did not have a quality at bat there, even though he got to face a lefty there. One out here in the top of the 7th. And I'm so glad at least a handful of you know about those trailer park boys. Cedric Mullins looks at a first pitch strike. Another lefty here for Romero to go after. This one's low and away, 1-1. Pitch. Hit on the ground, right side, should be easy. And it is. Gorman will throw out Mullins for out number 2. 2 down in the 7th. Looks like another 2-out rally is needed. I mean, all it takes is for Mateo to figure out a way to get on base. Gunners on deck. Otherwise, we're going to have to do something in the 8th. I don't want this to get to the closer. What's his name? Helsley? He's pretty good. Mateo lifts this one foul off to the right. 2 down, nobody on, top of the 7th. 5-3 Cardinals. This one's low and away. 1-1 the count. Hit on the ground, right side again. The first baseman will be able to take it to the bag himself, and the inning is over. The Orioles lifeless here in the 7th. We go to the bottom half. Cardinals ahead, 5-3. All right, folks, we've got a lot of work to do, but that doesn't mean we can't have a little bit of fun. Why don't we throw some cakes on the griddle? I'm throwing out my cakes. 2-run ball game. 2-run ball game don't bother me. Nobody bother me. Nobody bother me either. Call USA 1000. June Ree means fight for life. All right. Matt knows. Nobody bother me. Call USA 1000. Folks, if you grew up with that commercial, no sound. No sound for who? Who can't hear me? Everyone heard the June Ree reference. You sure it's not you, Card? Hey, folks, if you can hear me right now, type in I can hear you. Nobody bother me. Nobody bother me. Call USA 1000. June Ree means fight for life.
Nobody bother me. Nobody bother me either.
All right, here we go. Now I don't have any sound. Oh, here we go. Perez is out there still to face Goldschmidt. This is interesting. I mean, I figure we go to our right-hander with Goldschmidt and Arenado due up. But Perez is out there. He's got Goldschmidt 0-1. Next pitch, fouled away, 0-2. Almost too loud and clear, right? Oh, Carr, did you mute me after my tirade with the ump and then forgot? That's understandable. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1-2 the count. I mean, you got another big righty hitter on deck. One, two is a breaking ball. Perez trying to induce a swing there from Goldschmidt, but Goldie wasn't having it. He lays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5-3 Cardinals here in the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles are down to 6 outs to play with on offense. Pitch is fouled away off to the right. Still 2-2. Intermission in the hockey game. Hubby came out of his man cave. There's sports going on in every room of the house over there, Card Crazed. 2-2 pitch is up and away, ball 3. Full count on the leadoff man, Goldschmidt, here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, Arenado waiting on deck. Pitch. Outside, ball 4. I just... We don't have a righty for this inning? Goldschmidt, Arenado back-to-back to begin the inning? Perez did a great job. Got 3 lefties out. I'm like, all right, you did your job. Now let's go to a righty. We got righties up. Perez still out there to face Arenado. All right. And there's a line drive. And Henderson, oh, man. He is able to catch that one right off the top of the ground for an out. If he would have let that ball maybe touch the ground, he might have had a double play. But we'll take it. First out of the inning. Arenado out quickly. And now we do have a lefty up again. Alec Burleson. Perez, 20 pitches into his outing here in relief. First pitch is a called strike to Burleson. Top of the zone on the outside corner. 96 miles an hour. Burleson 1 for 2 so far tonight with a run scored. Pitch. Bottom of the zone. And Perez does not get the call. Laz Diaz, huh? 1-1 pitch. That's hit hard and a base hit in the right field. Boy, it's almost like every time the umpire makes a bad ball and strike call against us, the Cardinals do something offensively immediately thereafter. First and second now, 1 out. Ivan Herrera, the catcher, up next. After a put out by the first baseman his first time up, he's had a hit and a walk. This one is low and in for ball 1. Perez still out there. 24 pitches. I mean, how often do we see him go this deep? This is usually a guy you maybe throw out there for 20 pitches most. Perez steps off to look Goldschmidt back to second. I'm sure he doesn't have any thoughts of Goldie looking to steal. Just wants to keep him honest and as close to second as he can. 1-0 pitch is inside. 2-0. Do we have anybody in the pen? Okay, thank you. They just went there. Keegan Aiken, another lefty. Do we have no righties anymore? It's almost like we missed Mike Ballman already. Goldschmidt takes off. Here comes the throw. And he's in. Well, color me surprised. Goldschmidt able to steal third. It's a double steal, in fact. So both runners move up. My goodness. My goodness. A double steal. So the double play is no longer in order. And a 3-0 count. Ball 4. Oh, God. Whew. Why is Perez pitching this much? What are you doing? What? So, folks, you mean to tell me we're not going to start a 6-man rotation, but we got nobody to go to at this point? I mean, how much is Perez supposed to pitch? Give me somebody else. He did a great job. 3 lefties, 3 outs, perfect. Go to the next guy. Why do they think they could bring him in and... Yeah, look, could Perez induce a ground ball, get a double play, and get us out of the inning? Sure, it could happen. I just don't understand why we're asking him to do as much as we're trying to ask of him right here. I mean, again, it's another lefty up in Nolan Gorman, but 3 of the first 4 batters of the inning were right-handed batters. Bases loaded, 1 out. Nolan Gorman, 0 for 2 tonight at the plate. First pitch, swung on and missed. He chased one. Well, the Orioles climbed their way back in, but now they've got to get out of a jam to keep this game close. Here's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Okay. You got him where you want him, Perez. We need a strikeout pitch. We need it. And Laz, I'm watching you, buddy. Laz, you see that strike zone? You familiar with it? All right, here we go. This one's low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. The lefty King is up for the Cardinals getting loose. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Gorman unable to get anywhere near any of the breaking balls by Perez in that at-bat. So maybe they had a scouting report that says Gorman cannot hit a breaking ball off a lefty because, man, he looked lost in that at-bat. A big second out. Mason Wynn. Perez still out there. First pitch is off the plate outside. 32 pitches from Perez. You won't be seeing him tomorrow. You might not see him on Wednesday either. There's a called strike. 1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Perez gets Wynn to chase one a little bit off the plate on the outside. 1 more strike, folks. 1 more strike. And the umpire indicates that the batter Wynn has called for time. He steps out of the box. All right, folks. Everything's pretty maxed out here. 2 down, bases loaded. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line foul off to the left. Wynn just a little bit out in front. One and two. Pitch. This one is hit off the end of the bat and a nubber on the infield. Oh, it's trouble for everybody. Oh, my goodness. What a calamity. It's going to be an infield hit and an RBI with the bases loaded. That ball was nubbed off the bat, almost a swinging bunt. It had English on it. It was hit right in the middle of the right side of the infield. Nobody knew where to go or who to cover for what. It just was a mess of a play. Nothing we could do. And a run is in. 6-3, and that's it for Perez. Well, We've replaced a lefty with a lefty. Keegan Aiken's going to come out now. Like, if you're going to replace a lefty with a lefty, why not divide up the work a little bit? Why make Perez throw 30-something pitches, and now Aiken's probably going to come out here, get one out, and then he's done? I mean, how about you split him up a little bit more? How many pitches did he have to throw? 36 pitches for CNL Perez. His ERA now up to 5.5. Just asking him to do too much. Oh, boy. Am I just too heavily opinionated tonight? I don't know. You know your boy. I am on board with the Oriole way. I am on board with our plans. But man, once in a while, you just have to sit there and go, things that make you go, That's what that song's all about. It's the things that make you go, Most pitches he's thrown in a game in frickin' 3 years. Yeah. Why, Rob? That's my question. Why? Again, to go to another lefty. So is Aiken going to throw 30 pitches? Because if Aiken is not going to throw 30 pitches, then why didn't we just split up the amount of work between the two if that was always going to be the move? I don't know either. I don't know. I'm stuck with this awful crutch called common sense. It's been a burden on me all my life. All right, here we go. Bases are loaded. And Aiken's first pitch to Ciani is off the plate outside for ball one. Ciani, a single, a 3-run homer. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Ciani is not happy. Third baseman Westberg calling for it, and he's got it, inning over. Well, Perez almost pitched 2 innings. He's responsible for giving up a run. Aiken gets him out of it. It could have been a lot worse, but it also could have been a lot better, I feel, if we didn't ask Perez to go so far. I hope Aiken gets out of the jam. Hyde should have just gone with Aiken to begin the inning. Yeah, Jack. See, Jack, once in a while, when it's warranted, I can agree with you, buddy. That didn't make any sense to me. But if you're going to say he botches the bullpen with bad decisions like game after game after game, no, I'm not going to go there. Again, bullpen management up until a couple of games ago where we gave it up to Seattle after Grayson's start had been doing very well. We're off to a nice... And not to mention, you have to kind of give Hyde a little bit of credit when it comes to how he's managed Craig Kimbrell, right? Nobody wanted to see Craig Kimbrell after blowing those saves. He figured out a way to find some work for him. Kimbrell has been able to, look okay since. Now, do I trust him as the closer going forward? No. But I also understand that it's a situation where we can't just cut the guy. We got to figure out a way to use him, and so far Hyde has found a way to use him. So in general, no. I'm not going to sit here and say Brandon Hyde mismanages the bullpen game in and game out. I think that's a little silly to say. Tonight, though, yes. Tonight, not well managed. That's my take. We're going to the top of the 8th. Top of the order, due up. Jack, who would you like to be the manager besides Earl Weaver? Who would you like managing the team right now? If you had your pick, Jack, who's managing the Birds right now? Just interested. If not the reigning manager of the year, who would you like? John King, a lefty, out here for the Cardinals. 10th appearance of the season, ERA of 2.70. Opponents, though, batting .282. Tampa's manager, does he have a name? I mean, if he's that good. Gunnar Henderson to lead things off. He's got a walk and a home run tonight. 3-run homer, responsible for all the runs on the board for Baltimore. First pitch to him is a called strike. Hey, Jack, promise me this. If the Orioles throw like a no-hitter at some point this season, could you come on in and, I don't know, talk about how great we looked? Just wondering if that'll ever happen during any game all season. I know, you're helping point out to all of us sheep all the problems that we can't see. You're doing us a service. This one is low. 2-1 on Gunnar Henderson. Nope, because it won't happen. They're just a no-hitter can't happen. Okay, Jack, care to explain? This one is low. 2-2 the count. Who was that guy for the Yankees last year that threw a perfect game and then basically got run out of the league from suspension? Gunnar hits one in the air to left. That's going to back up the left fielder, but will stay in the park just in front of the track. Gunnar flies out to left field for out number 1. Jack, I would argue a no-hitter isn't as special as it used to be. There are a lot more no-hitters in the modern era than there were when your boy was growing up. When I was growing up, like in the 80s and early 90s, you might see one no-hitter a year, and mostly it was Nolan Ryan. They happen a lot more often now. This pitch is on the outside edge for a called strike to Adley Rutschman. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight, batting from the right side for the first time tonight. This one is low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, Jack, when there's no clouds in the sky, is the sky blue? I'm just wondering if there might be something we can agree on. Let's try to find something to agree on. Is the sky blue, Jack? You know, when there's no clouds in the sky? When the sun's out? Is that blue I'm looking at, or is that another color? We on board together with that one? Is water wet? Help me out. 1-1 to count on Adley. Chemtrails. Of course. We can agree that Rubenstein is Jewish. Wow, Jack, you're just a fountain of fun, aren't you? All right. Man, you got to really be fun at parties. This one is low. 2-1 on Rutschman. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Cardinals 6, Orioles 3. And the next pitch is low for ball 3. 3-1 count. What am I doing today? Cameron, I'll give you one guess. There's a ball 4. King missed his target. That ball might have clipped the zone on the outside corner, but the catcher had set up on the inside, had to reach over to get it. And it goes as ball 4. So Rutschman will reach with 1 out. A 1-out walk for Ryan O'Hearn up next. What am I doing today? Calling a ball game. This one's low and in on O'Hearn. Lefty on lefty, folks. Ryan O'Hearn getting a rare look at a left-handed pitcher. 1-0 pitch is in there. Called strike, bottom of the zone. Thanks, Jack. It's sort of my birthday. Where I'm sitting, I've turned 47, but it's still the 20th of May where you are. So I'm still 46 for you. But yeah, tomorrow's game will be the official BW birthday bash. Come on in. 2-1 the count on Ryan O'Hearn. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2. 1 out, runner at first. Westberg's on deck. Well, thank you, Jack. I'll take that compliment. Here's a chopper to first. O'Hearn will be retired after Goldschmidt flips the ball to the pitcher covering. Adley will move into scoring position with 2 down for Jordan Westberg. Folks, I know it might not seem like much to get 1 run in this inning, but a 2-out single by Westy, a 2-run deficit going into the 9th, whole lot better than a 3-run deficit. And it looks like the Cardinals feel the same way. They're going to go to another pitcher here to get Westberg out, even though they had a... Wait, was that a lefty or a righty up there? Yeah, that was a lefty. Yeah, they're going to go to the righty to face Westberg, but little do they know, Westberg loves right-handed pitching. Andrew Kittredge, the righty, will come out for the Cardinals here in the top of the 8th with 2 down. I tell you what, if we get down to the part where Austin Hayes has a chance to come up with a righty on the mound, I want to see Stowers pinch hit. I want to see it. Hayes is already 0 for 3 tonight. He had his chance starting against a right-handed pitcher. 0 for 3. Let's give a lefty a chance. And it'd be nice to do it here in the 8th and not in the 9th, where we have to constantly give 1 at-bat to guys like Stowers in situations where they're facing the opposition's closer. I mean, it's not very fair. Hope I have a good birthday. Thanks, Cam. It'll be good. It will be good. In fact, there's only one thing I need to take care of today, and I hope I can take care of it. It sucks the O's play in the AL East. It's unfortunate because in any other division we'd be leading. Yeah, Jack, and I tell you what, between the era of the wild card up until a few years ago where they sort of changed the playoff format, I totally agree with you because winning the division means a whole heck of a lot to me, not just in a setting up for the playoffs situation, but just in general. It's an accomplishment. But let's face it, this modern postseason format, winning a division... not nearly as important as just getting into the playoffs with a team that's ready to get it done in the playoffs. That's what I care most about this season. Just lining all our ducks up in a row, ready for October. Here's a swing and a miss by Westberg on the first pitch from Kittredge, top of the zone. 0-1 the count. Next pitch is popped up. That's probably going to end the inning. Here comes the right fielder. Whoa, he goes into a slide. Nootbaar. Oh, that was interesting. Nootbaar happy to make the catch. His teammates around him are smiling. That's going to end the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Cardinals still ahead 6-3. I got to be honest, all of, I've never really, there's one guy I didn't like. What was that one guy who made calls? God, he had the worst homer call. Who was the guy before Jim Hunter on the TV? I can't remember what his go-to home run call was, but man, he was a bore, an absolute bore. I did appreciate Jim Hunter's seeming passion for the Orioles. But, and Gary Thorne's just a professional broadcaster. I mean, if you're talking about hockey, nobody can call a hockey match like Gary Thorne. He's the best. But he can call a good baseball game, too. But for me, John Miller, Joe Angel, late 80s, early 90s in Baltimore, best radio team ever. And I know you older fans out there will tell me Chuck Thompson, you can't beat him. And I wouldn't argue. Is it Thompson and Holland? But, special place in my heart. I was a young kid, and I was listening to what felt like poetry on a nightly basis between John Miller and Joe Angel on the radio call. I mean, if I've got any inspiration to draw from doing what I'm doing right now, it's from listening to those radio broadcasts back then. Love those guys. And John Lowenstein doing the color on Home Team Sports. Yeah, folks, normally I'd turn the TV down and I'd have John Miller and Joe Angel on, but when the TV was up, it's because I wanted to hear John Lowenstein. What a character. Here we go, folks. Bottom of the 8th. Keegan Aiken out here to face the top of the Cardinal order. It'll be Donovan, followed by Nootbaar and Goldschmidt. Donovan tonight 1 for 4. This pitch is on the outside corner, and the count 0-2. Pitch is low. 1-2 the count. This one's inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like I don't think there's another broadcaster in baseball who has a better what's the word? Vocabulary. Called strike 3 on the pitch low on the inside corner. Donovan goes down looking for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, I don't think there's another announcer out there with better vocabulary than John Miller. I mean, he's a poet. He is a poet. He'll toss out some 25-cent word, and it's never pretentious, you know. Sometimes people just throw out those big words just to sound smart. Miller always did it in a way to make you feel like, yeah, I like that. That's a very descriptive word. It really fits the situation. Want to know the count on Nootbaar. Next pitch is a called strike, bottom of the zone, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. The Cardinals ahead 6-3, and Helsley, their closer, is getting loose. This pitch is hit on the ground. Second baseman, Mateo, routine play, 2 down. Well, folks, no matter what happens here, like any other time, if we can't win, best thing to do is to come out tomorrow with a fresh approach. Don't let the culture of losing linger. That's something we do. We don't have losing streaks. Our longest losing streak of the season, folks, is 2. Hang in there. Goldschmidt takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Next pitch, called strike. Goldie is 0 for 3 tonight, but he has scored a run. There's a called strike. 1-2. Janet, where would you rank the Oriole announcers? With me included. Here is a ball hit off to the right foul. Still 1-2 on Goldschmidt. I mean, I know I'm not perfect, but at least I'm real. This one's hit on the ground. Should be routine for Henderson. Over to first in time, inning over. Folks, we go to the 9th. The Orioles down 3 with the Cardinal closer coming in. Gonna be tough. Who's coming up? Is it Mullins, Mateo, and Gunnar. Is that it? That's what it looks like. Let me see. No, way off. Santander, Mounty, and Hayes. Middle of the order. Santander, Mounty, and Hayes. All right, so Hayes is due up third. Pinch hit him for Stowers, would you? Give Stowers, again, it's going to be Stowers getting one at bat against a closer, but it's so unfair. But, I mean, what are we doing here? This is a night that I do have my criticisms, okay? But, you know, there's two ways of looking at things. You got the in-the-moment, situational sort of criticisms about decisions that are made and whether or not you agree with them. But then there's a second attitude, which is the overarching attitude of what this team is doing, right? Yes, in a bubble, you look around, you can cherry pick some bad things the team has done here and there. In general, I think you got to be pretty happy. Again, longest losing streak of the season, 2. We have not been swept in a series in over 2 years. Only one other team in the history of the sport can say they've done better. I mean, other than consistency, not sure what you can ask for because every team's going to have their mistakes. Ryan Helsley is out for his 21st appearance of the season. He's 13 out of 14 in save chances. This is not going to be an easy task. Jack, you know that's just ridiculous. All right, how about Jack? You have vision. You go up there and do better than Mullins. You go up there and do better. If Ray Charles can. Santander, first pitch. Hit high in the air on the infield. First baseman Goldschmidt in foul ground makes the catch, and there's a 1 out. So not the best start for a ninth inning rally. Our win chances are dwindling fast. Okay, so now we're just going to assault people with blunt objects. Fantastic, Jack. Love the attitude. Here's Mountcastle. Hit on the ground hard. A diving stop by Arenado. That's a Gold Glove play right there. Man, Ryan Mountcastle robbed of a base hit. Arenado with a sweet pick and an accurate throw that beat Mounty by half a step. Two down. All right, folks. Austin Hayes is going to come up. Kyle Stowers doesn't get a chance. Pitch. Inside, ball 1. Hayes is 0 for 3 tonight. But for some reason, down 3 with the bases empty and a lefty on who can play the outfield, sitting on the bench, who needs at bats, is just going to sit there. This one's chopped foul off to the left, and the count is 1-1. Folks, when this game ends, don't run away, because I need to tell you about the game coming up tomorrow. I'm ready to get this game out of my mind if we can't come back. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Up and in. 2-1 the count on Hayes. Mr. Hyde with the hot take. Helsley's 2-1 is inside. 3-1. We need base runners. Tell you what, we get one guy on. It's sub-screen time. Any way you can, Austin. Any way you can. Pitch. High, ball 4, 100 miles an hour, but Helsley, that pitch got away from him. He overthrew that one. And Hayes will reach with a 2-out walk. Folks, it's never over until it's over. And the last thing I want to do is see a final up on the board, because this ain't going final. I want more. By the way, we're not anywhere near 840 target tonight. I think I got like, what, 3 new subs? Tough night. Ouch. 3 new subs on my birthday. How'd that go? First pitch is a called strike that was 2 inches off the outside to Mullins. I mean, when it rains, it pours. My worst sub count of the night. There's my birthday. I mean, I haven't even really sold it tonight. That's why I have to sell it to people. This one's popped up. Left side, long run, and in the foul ground. Donovan makes the catch to win this ball game. Mullins flies out into the foul ground of left field, and the inning, end game, is over. Final score, Cardinals 6, Orioles 3, 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for St. Louis. They left 9 men on base. Orioles 3 runs on 3 hits. Pretty much all of the activity coming in that one rally with the 3-run homer by Gunnar. 5 men left on base. Yikes, 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 yikes. By the way, the 3-run difference also matching the 3-run homer by the guy that should have been going back to the bench on strike 3. This should be a 3-3 ball game right now, folks. Instead, it's over. Sonny Gray with the win. Dean Kramer with the loss. Helsley with the save. Yikes, 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 yikes. Yikes, yikes. Bottom of our order tonight. Boy, is this ugly. After the top 4, Santander 0 for 4. Cows are 0 for 2. Mounty came in to replace him, also 0 for 2. Hayes 0 for 3. Mullins 0 for 3. He did score a run. Same for Mateo, 0 for 3, scoring a run. So add that up. That is 6, 8, 11, 14. Make that 0 for 17 in the bottom 4 of this order. That's not going to get the job done. Albert Suarez came in and did what he had to. Did give up a couple of walks, but no runs in an inning of work. Cionel Perez, for some reason, the middle reliever, out-pitching the career starter, Suarez. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what went on with the bullpen tonight. Not so much the results. I don't blame Perez. I don't blame Perez for pitching that much and then finally giving up what he did. Ugh, all right. Let me head on over here. I think tomorrow's start time is exactly the same. And folks, can we please make... I know I got a lot of happy birthdays tonight, and I appreciate every one of them. But can we please make tomorrow the real birthday? Because maybe we can get a win along with it. Maybe we can get more than 3 subs. I mean, this has been a pretty bad night all the way around. So, yeah, please, come on back tomorrow. Good Lord. All right, let me check this game here. Here we go. Yeah, 7:45. Same situation as tonight. 7:45 first pitch. I'll be on the air. 7:35 the matchup. Lance Lynn, veteran righty for the Cardinals. Kyle Bradish, still looking for his first decision, will be on the mound for the Orioles. Folks, not a great night tonight for baseball, but that doesn't mean you can't have a good night's sleep. I hope you do. Go on out there and have yourself a good Tuesday, and come on back tomorrow night to celebrate my birthday in the next Orioles victory. That's right. I'm predicting it. We're going to win tomorrow. So come on back. Until then, folks, this has been the Bird Watcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.